Hi, my name is Scott Frank, and I'm an audiologist at Salem Audiology Clinic, and we're here today to interview Leonard Hanh and his wife. Leonard has had hearing loss and has sought help with through us, and we're here to talk about his experience with hearing loss and hearing aids in general. So, Leonard, when did you first realize that you had hearing loss?
Probably 2001 or 2.
Okay.
When it was really bad, getting bad.
Okay, but you probably had it going on before that too. Okay, and so, and how was it affecting you at the time? I mean, with work, with family, and everything.
Well, I couldn't hear what anybody was saying. I said a lot of what'd you say? And on telephone calls and stuff, I couldn't hear it all.
Okay.
They were just mumbled up.
How did you possibly maybe notice the hearing loss before him, or did he notice it first?
Oh, I definitely noticed it first.
Okay.
Yeah. I first noticed it when he was a square dance teacher, and one of the ladies in the group asked him a question, and he just stared at her. I mean, and I realized later that he was lip reading. And that's how he was communicating, was because he was lip reading, and he didn't even realize it.
Okay.
So it was kind of a learning experience for both of us. A lady in the park we stayed in was known for her homemade cinnamon rolls, and she'd asked Leonard, or said, I'm making homemade cinnamon rolls Sunday. Why don't you guys come over after church and we'll have homemade cinnamon rolls? He just was in a habit of nodding, okay, and agreeing with whoever was talking. On Monday, she came up to me and said, why didn't you guys come over for the homemade cinnamon rolls? And I'm going, didn't know anything about it. And she says, well, I talked to Leonard and he agreed. And so I asked Leonard, and he goes, well, I didn't know what she said. I just agreed with her. We was never asked back for homemade cinnamon rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago.
Well, that's actually a very common story. We actually have our own little coffee mugs that read, I can't hear, so I'll just laugh and hope it wasn't a question. So anyway, so what ultimately prompted you to actually seek help regarding your hearing?
Well, I worked construction all my life, and State Industrial finally sent out letters to people that worked before OSHA come in, and had them come down and take a test. Well, I went down and took a test, and they said, you need hearing aids, and we would pay for them.
Okay.
So that's when I got my first ones. But I had them for so long and they wouldn't repair them at that time, or get a new ones for so long. So I quit wearing them, and that's when I really had problems hearing people. The hearing aid was broke. I had it sent in, and they said they couldn't fix it, but I wasn't long enough to get new ones again.
Okay.
So I just had to wait till the time was up and
till you were eligible for new ones. Okay. Okay. But when you did actually first get the hearing aids, tell me how it changed your life.
Oh, I just, from daylight to dark, just like these are. I can't believe these.
They're amazing.
Well, and you're a musician as well, so how does that come into play, being a musician?
Well, after I got these, I went back home and I do karaoke, so I turned on the TV and the karaoke machine, and I could hear every beat just like I did 10, 15, 20 years ago. Okay.
And you actually started working with us maybe about 10 years ago, about 5 to 10 years ago. And so how has your experience been with Salem Audiology Clinic?
Very good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And we just recently fit you with new hearing aids. Tell us what you think about those, because these have a few new features in comparison to what you've done in the past.
The most feature I like about these is on the phone. I talk to my sisters. They're older and they're getting up in age and stuff, and I like to talk to them a lot. I could never understand what they said. I'd have to ask her, what did they say? What did they say? With these, the phone rings in my ear. I turn it on, and it's right in my ear. The receiver is not on the top of my ear, so I hear every word just clear as a bell.
It's actually going into both ears rather than just one as well. You just push a button up here to make that happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I told you, I was playing golf and I was on the tee. My phone was in the golf cart. If the phone rang, I just hit the button up here, talk to them, click them off. Don't have to be in it. Don't even have to be on the phone with me.
Pretty cool.
It's
Yeah.
really nice when he's talking to his sisters because I don't have to be in the room to interpret. And now when I hear the phone ring and he goes to answer it, I am rushing into the room to interpret for him or so he could hear. I don't have to do that anymore. In fact, I hold myself back from being there, and him and his sisters can just chat. It's amazing.
Excellent.
Yes.
So, okay. So now, if you were to offer a word of advice to someone who is trying to deal with hearing loss and they're just starting to recognize the signs of it, what would your advice be to them?
They'd go get their hearing checked real soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
Well, like when we're driving in a car, we can talk back and forth now, and we hear every word we say, and we talk more. So that makes it nice.
Yeah. It's kind of reinvigorates the relationship when you can talk like that.
Absolutely. We go to Lincoln City probably at least once a month, and it was always 50 miles of silence. We went over last week, and we actually conversed all the way over and all the way back. It was terrific.
Great.
It was terrific.
Yeah, with the road noise and stuff,
It
Before I got
was
these.
difficult, and then these have made it better. Yep.
Amazingly so.
Okay.
Thanks, Scott.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So if you have any other questions, just let us know. And if anyone who has a questions when we post this video, just post them in the comment section. We'll do our best to answer those questions. Thanks again.
Okay.
Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome.